Alright, it is about time to get this thing started. Hey guys, how's it going? This is Cards of the Heart, and this is a Tetris Attack speedrun tournament. Most of these rounds will be a best of 3 speedrun race of the versus com very hard mode difficulty, and today we have for you the 3 seed FFRPro21 with a personal best of 8 minutes 14 seconds, and the number 14 seed Shadoweh91 with a PB of 10 minutes 21 seconds. I think if we had betting books handicapping this, FFRPro would be the heavy favorite, as he is the king of stage clear, but who knows? Shadoweh has lowered his PB significantly in recent weeks, so he may end up surprising us yet. Who knows? So, without further delay, I think we will check and see if both of these competitors are ready to go. Alright. Waiting for both players to ready up in the race channel, and then we will get this going. Already got a bit of a crowd waiting for people to get this started. Anything else going on? No. Alright. Alrighty. Alright, I have unentered from the race channel, and now we will be able to get this started soon. I have a bit of stream delay on my end, so RaceBot has already started the race. And there we go. There we go. Time to sync up the streams, and then this will finally get underway. Alright, looking good. So here is Tetris Attack, the garbage stacking game where you make combos and chains to send garbage to your opponent in order to fill their stack with blocks and panels, and make their stack break through the top of the screen in order to win. That is the winning condition of this game. It's one of the most misunderstood things about this game, so I'd like to clear that up first off. And as we see, FFRPro getting off to a somewhat quick start with the 28 Lakitu, but as Altabisk will be quick to point out, it's not sub 20, so reset. That's kind of what would happen in a world record attempt of this game, to be fair. Alright, looks like FFRPro, aka Thomas, as I'll be calling him for the rest of this match, made a solid 6-chain attack at the start of that stage. Gets by quickly with a 15. Shadoweh a little outmatched in this matchup, I will admit. Just now managing to get past Lakitu, but there's still plenty of race left to go. So who knows what could happen. Alright, looks like Thomas is having a little trouble getting his opening chain started. Now he's got something. Now he's got a 6-chain. Few combos behind it. Oh, that's not going to be enough to fill Poochie's screen. And Shadow falls to Bumpty.
Oh no, the Bumpty kill.
And welcome everyone, Demolition Derby, to the stream.
Hello.
Welcome, Dev.
Thank you.
Alright, we got the force kill on Thomas's side on Poochie there. So Dev, how much of a chance do you really think Shadow has in this matchup? Because there's a clear mismatch here, I find.
There is, but Shadow's really been grinding out the last couple of weeks. His PB going from, a 40-minute to a 10-minute, which in a couple of weeks is really impressive. So with RNG in his favor, I think that he has somewhat of a shot.
Yeah, Thomas has been known to get trolled a few times in some of our races, so I would not rule anything out. Okay, looks like Thomas is getting through. Wiggler there at a 30. He's not doing too bad so far. Shadow struggling somewhat mightily at the beginning here, but
he's got that 5 chain there. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough though.
Yeah, you really have to incorporate a significant mix of combos and chains in order to really make these matches go by relatively fast. Because making 2 rows of garbage at once is generally going to be faster than making 1 at a time. Okay, looks like now Thomas is just waiting for Froggy to run a stop time, and there we go. There we go for him. Stop time, those of you wondering, is the time that the stack freezes when you make combos and chains. It's the combos and chains serve 2 purposes. It's not just to send garbage to your opponent, but it's also to stop your stack from rising. Because if your stack breaks through the top of the screen while you have a full stack of panels and blocks, you lose. So you want to be able to make as many combos and chains as you can, not just offensively, but defensively as well.
Here we see the ultimate example of Blame Poochie on Shadows, and here with a minute 34 round.
Yes, that is very much a meme within this community, and you can see why there. Alright, looks like Thomas is managing to build up a sizable chain here in the later stages of his stage against Blarg to fill up the stack. Now it just seems to be a matter of waiting for stop time, and there we go. There we go. Thomas is starting to pull away from this, as was little surprise going into this, but who knows, if stuff breaks his way, he may be looking at a very, very solid time for this run, as Shadow continues his struggle against Wiggler. Okay, finally getting through there. It's like it gets really hard to come back in these stages when you don't send enough garbage with your initial attack. You're going to be playing catch up the entire time, and your opponents will be making combos and chains the entire way. So it's a bit of a very uphill battle. The spiral just grows bigger and bigger as you're trying to play catch up. So not an enviable position to be in.
That's very true, and especially when you're not sending enough every time. It gets to the point where you're running out of space to make big combos and chains as well. So you have to use the garbage in order to assist you in making those combos and chains, and that's extremely slow.
Yes, you have to wait for the garbage to transform into regular panels before you can get those chains, and before the stack will even rise anymore. So it's not just making combos and chains, it's also clearing garbage will also stall that time of the panels rising. So there's a 21-second kill from Thomas there as he moves on to the Cave of Wickedness about a minute and a half behind his split. So he is on pace for still a very solid sub 10-minute run.
Yeah, I'd say if a good late game, he could probably knock this out in under 10.
Looks like his opening chain may have done enough. Oh, Hookbill's in stack lowering mode, and there is a clear there, so there may be a little bit of extra waiting on Thomas's part for Hookbill to run out of stop time.
Oh, Blarg just got just enough to chain its way out of that one. Ooh. It looked good, but Shadow might be in trouble here with the stack, though. Ooh.
And Thomas gets the force kill on Hookbill, so he will be moving on to the Naval Piranha Plant.
Yes, that is a beautiful force kill right there. Unfortunately, not a quick kill, but anytime when an AI tends to go chain mode and really start to troll you, the force kill is a very welcome sight.
Shadow finally getting past the Blarg. So that feeling you're just losing so much time on each of these stages. That's why splits can be very unreliable for this game. Because each stage could be done in like 10 seconds, or it could take 2 minutes if you're not on your game.
Yeah, that's why us in the puzzle community usually have our sum of best up there, but only for, you know, looks. We don't actually use that information for anything because of how random this game really is.
It would be rather absurd for any of us really to approach our current sum of best segments. I mean, mine I think last I checked was a 522. That's near task level. I'm never gonna approach that.
And Shadow there with the 17-second lunge fish.
Good for him, making up a little ground there, but it may be too little too late, as Thomas is already starting his struggle against Kamek. Though sometimes Kamek will bail you out by raising a stack very aggressively at the start, making it slightly luck-based as to whether sending just a slight amount of garbage to him would be enough. But it looks like Thomas did not get that, so he's going to be continuing to make combos and chains in order to get through this stage. And
here comes
boy.
Shadow as well with that 31 second Raphael kill.
Not bad, not bad. And Kamek is chaining all over Thomas right now, so he's getting trolled significantly.
Ooh, unfortunately, Kamek. Oh, never mind. There it is.
Kamek going up top for that clear. These AI always scan from the top of the screen down. You'd think most of the work's done at the bottom of the screen. They would scan from the bottom up, but no, they start from the top, and you can take advantage of that, particularly at the lower levels, because they'll be too slow to react to any potential matches at the top. And then now there's so much lag on Thomas's screen when both players are doing a lot of things at once. The screen lags very, very noticeably. But Thomas pulling out the 150 on that Kamek. He will finally get his shot at the Bowser, as Ed O'Bean likes to say. Bowser, the final boss. This guy is very fast, Bowser. Bowser is just, it's almost criminal how fast he is.
Oh, Shadow looking good here. With Hookbill pulling off that clear, he's just going to continue.
Alright, Bowser's stack is not filled up right now, so Thomas having to aggressively raise his stack to get more combos and chains. This could take a while.
There goes Shadow with the kill on Hookbill, moving on to Piranha.
I don't know if it'll be enough for Shadow to catch up, but however, ooh, okay, it looks like there's enough on Bowser's screen now.
Bowser has been known to troll immensely, though.
Well, looks like Thomas was able to curb that just a little bit. 48-second kill on Bowser, finishing in race spot with a time of 11 minutes 45 seconds.
Congrats, Thomas.
That will put him on the board. It's 1-0 now. This is a best of three match. So one more race win for Thomas, and he will move on to the next round, where he will play Darkwing Duck, member of the old guard, and still very, formidable foe in this tournament. In fact, let me show the bracket on screen really quickly. Here's the match that we have going on right now, FFRPro and Shadow. And here's Darkwing Duck waiting in the wings after getting a swift 2-0 over Shady Jakey. So that should be a very competitive match if the time from this first race is any indication. All right, looks like Shadow is going to be struggling here for a little bit with Piranha Plant here.
Yeah, unfortunately, it seems, especially some of the newer players, when they get to this point and they're not chaining as well during their matches, it tends to get, tougher and tougher, and they tend to get a little more flustered when they're not able to send enough garbage. So they can kind of get into this mental spiral that it just throws you off completely.
Yeah, this is such a mental game. You really need to have a level head when you're going through this to be able to see all the potential combos and chains you have. You're trying to stack those as high as you can, as fast as you can. So your brain has to be on near overdrive when you're trying to get through this game.
As Kamek says, focus, focus.
That's what I thought he said for the longest time. I feel like that was a ribbit me for thinking that for the longest time, but Kamek's actually saying hocus pocus because magician and all that. Not that I ever picked up on that the first time I played this game.
Shadow's doing well at keeping his garbage level high, and there he goes with nearly 3 minutes. Wow.
These last stages are just so brutal.
Cards, one of the things I've noticed with some of the newer players, especially when I started playing this game a couple months ago, is new players they're a little uncomfortable with a full stack, and you can see Shadow kind of did it there. He started to make matches before raising their stack.
Right.
They tend to be uncomfortable, and I know I've talked to some players where they don't want to have garbage land on them while they're raising the stack because they'll kind of panic a little bit and not know what to do.
Well,
but some of the more experienced players will immediately raise their stack at the very beginning of the match while flattening it to get the most perfect picture of combos and chains to do during their matches.
Yes, and to be fair, that if you're coming from a game like Pokemon Puzzle League, where like I was, and you try to raise your stack to the very top here, the stop time from raising the stack to the very top of the screen is not very much in comparison. So if your stack hits the top of the screen, you'll have to work very, very quickly to not die. So there's a little bit of trepidation there, but again, you do want to raise your stack a little bit to maximize your combo and chain opportunities.
And there goes Kamek right there with he got topped off as he was raising his stack.
That's like the best kind, because when you raise your stack, your stop time is gone. So that is definitely fortunate when that happens to your opponent. And looks like this is a solid start on Shadow's Bowser stage. Sizable chain to start.
Nice.
Oh, gonna have to wait on that clear though.
He dropped it. Yeah.
Oh man. Again, Bowser just so unreal with his speed.
Speaking of those kills, those stack raising kills, Bowser and Kamek have a very slight chance, but a better chance than you might think of raising their stack at the very beginning and actually killing themselves in under 10 seconds. It hasn't happened to me on Bowser yet, but it has happened to me on Kamek, where he just dies in 9 seconds.
Yeah, I think my quickest Kamek kill is 7 seconds. My quickest Bowser kill in a run is 11.
And there goes Shadow with a 17:15 on screen.
17:20 per race bot timing. So, GG's to both.
Very nice. $11:43. That's a pretty good race time. That's what I imagine most people are going to average on races. Because there's the PBs of the sub 9s and Thomas with almost the sub 8, and when it comes to races and you can't reset your runs, the consistency and your ability to execute these chains and combos and have the timing to land them on your opponent at the perfect time. These races really just come down to consistency, and Thomas is a very consistent player.
Yes, definitely one of the more consistent players I find. He and BB Forky are definitely the more consistent players I find. Probably more consistent than me, and I tend to average under 10 minutes with my runs. Although my practice this week has not been that super. I've been getting multiple 10s and 11s in my runs.
You hear that, everybody? That means we all have a shot.
Oh man, that's unbelievable.
When I hear Cards is getting 10s and 11s, and my winning race time yesterday was in the 10-minute range, I think that I have a shot. It's possible, everybody.
That's what this game does to you. I'll just blame the game and not blame any sort of sleep deprivation or anything like that.
Definitely just blame Poochie.
Alright, we are getting ready for the second race in this match. Thomas up 1-0, needing another race win to move on to the next round. Shadow will be very hard-pressed here to stave off elimination. Well, this is a double elimination tournament, so he'll have to stave off being knocked down to the loser's bracket in this race. Thomas getting up a little bit to stretch. Definitely could use a bit of stretching after sitting down for such intense action for 10+ minutes.
Yeah, this game really takes a lot out of you, and if you sit there and try and grind out a good run over and over again, your mind will start to play tricks on you, and your eyes will not be able to see the colors as well. So I find it helps to just walk away for a minute, stretch, do something else, and then come back to it, and you'll tend to play a little bit better.
Yeah, I can't stand more than 2 hours of this game practice at a time, just trying to grind out runs, because it's that mentally exhausting, I find.
It is, especially when you're just staring at colors and blocks and trying to predict movement of blocks and try and force skill chains and all of that. It takes a lot out of you, so it really helps to not do this for a very long period of time.
Alright, we are about to start this race, and we're off. The first of 12 stages here with Lakitu. Now, as far as combos and chains to start with, I find a somewhat balanced approach with a 5-chain and 3 rows of combo garbage is going to be sufficient, especially in this early game, to fill most of these opponents' stacks, but it's not going to be foolproof.
Thomas not quite able to top him off at the first thing there, but it looks pretty good now.
This one's starting off close. Thomas with a 24, Shadow with a 27.
Wow.
There's still a lot of gameplay left, so this could still go either way. Alright, Thomas has a pretty impressive looking chain here to start with. I don't know if he sent enough combo garbage with that, but it should be okay. His Bumpty stack's a little high, and there we go with the 14.
14, wow.
That is very, very solid. We take those.
We always take those.
But Shadow's not going away just yet. The 24 on Bumpty. He's hanging in there.
With a very nice looking chain. Almost using all of his blocks to do it too. It's very well done on that.
Okay, looks like Thomas here sent a very textbook chain to Poochie. And there's a 16. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Now it looks like Thomas is warmed up finally.
Throwing.
This is the gameplay we're used to seeing out of him.
Yeah. Considering that was pretty much a textbook kill, I would say he's throwing the book at Shadow right now. But to Shadow's credit, he's not doing terribly here. That's a 23 Poochie. That is definitely not bad considering his best pace.
Like I said, it's with RNG in your favor, this game can swing either way. This game is not a 100% RNG game, but it's very heavy. So the AI can troll you a lot, or they could just die without much fighting going on. So you never know what you're going to get in this game, and that's why most of the resets tend to be at the very beginning of the game, because of, once you start to get trolled and your pace starts to go away, we tend to reset right away without considering that late game might actually be good.
Yeah, just for some perspective, the world record in this category, held by yours truly, is 7 minutes 24 seconds. That's a game time of 3 minutes 37 seconds. So you have to average less than 20 seconds per stage, especially towards the end where the stages can get very random, in order to get your own whirl recce, as they say. And it's so easy to spill a lot of time in each one of these stages, as Thomas just did there on Froggy. But
yeah,
Shadow
especially
also struggling with Wiggler.
When in the lower difficulties like medium and hard, those ones tend to, once you top the opponent off, the match is over. In this difficulty, when they have the AI tends to have a little bit more skill, as it were, when it comes to clearing your garbage. They tend to get a lot more trolly at that point. And Thomas with a very nice 13 on Blarg there.
That is so good. It's like I try to stop hyperventilating when I see times that quick at this stage in the game. That's just, that just looks so good. But
Shadow with that very nice chain knocking out Froggy there.
Good. Lungefish just gonna be making Thomas sweat it a little bit. Oh, and he's lucking into chains. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. That could go
no.
a whole lot worse. Oh no. Oh no, it begins.
Got upper-tiered there as well, and chaining. That's not good.
Alright, he's in stack lowering mode, and there we go.
Oh.
There we go. Yeah. It is so hard to go through an entire run of this mode without at least one stage going somewhat haywire. But Thomas is showing a bit of a skill gap. He's starting to pull away, and Shadow continues to struggle with this Blarg. And Thomas may have enough garbage on Raphael's side, so maybe just be waiting for stop time to run out. We'll see what develops there. There we go. Very solid 22 on Raphael.
Wow. Anything in the 20 range on Raphael is preferable.
Yeah,
you can definitely see the skill gap in their cursor movements. Thomas has one of the highest actions per minute out of any of the puzzlers, especially when he's playing spa service or line clear.
Yes,
so you can definitely just look at the cursor movements and notice the skill gap between them.
Yes, Thomas is a stage clear specialist, but he's definitely no slouch when it comes to versus com, and some of those skills do transfer over quite nicely. I would say he might be actually the fastest in terms of cursor speed in this tournament. He's definitely faster than me, because I never really challenged myself that way in the stage clear. So those skills from developing those stage clear runs for so long have definitely helped him out tremendously here as he moves on to the Piranha Plant, getting a very sizable chain going on here. Gonna be cutting it off there because Piranha Plant stack is a little big. Oh no, it's not enough. So he's gonna be waiting. He's going to be building up another chain and waiting for Piranha Plant to run out of stop time. That should do it. That's a 24 on the Piranha Plant. His pace looking
well done.
Very solid going into Kamek. Like this, I dare say this could be sub 9-minute pace.
This really could be, especially with a 7-10 at that star there. 2 rounds to go. As long as he has a favorable RNG with Kamek and Bowser, I say he would probably get the sub 9.
Alright, that 4 chain could actually be enough. Let's see how much Kamek chains here. Ooh, there's a lot of chaining going on. Ooh, that might have been able to do it had Thomas sent enough garbage there, but he was just one line short. Shadow continues to fight the good fight against Raphael.
Yeah, and with the minute plus, now it's all just an endurance contest at this point, especially with these later opponents.
You would think Kamek here would run out of stop time just a little bit soon, but he is continuing to find all these combos and chains, getting all this stop time.
Once they start chaining, then that's just that much more you gotta wait for them to die.
That's that much more garbage that you need to send. That's why it's spiral when you're trying to play catch up like this. This is one of the worst positions to be in this run. Kamek going ham right now.
Well, I would say that is a rip sub 9 at that point.
It's so easy to lose a good run in this game. No shame in it. Ooh!
I have lost many PB attempts to Kamek and Bowser.
have we all? Oh, finally managing to get past Kamek as Shadow gets into a bit of a tussle with Hookbill, and Hookbill kills himself there. No reason for him to go for those combos, but could be too little too late as Thomas gets to Bowser. Oh, let's see if this is enough here.
It's a very, very nice looking chain here.
Oh, he may be running out of stop time really soon though. There it is. There it is, and Thomas finishes with a race bot time of 9 minutes 55 seconds.
Wow.
Very, very solid time from Thomas. And with that, he will take this match 2-0 and move on. Move on to the next.
Oh, and Shadow ended up getting the quick kill, like the PPL quick kill on Piranha Plant there. You know, we always kind of make fun of the opponents in PPL falling for that trick where they can't seem to find anything to clear that lower block, but it's also a little bit in the human factor as well, where we're not expecting a block to land that low, so it kind of throws us off a little bit, and we tend to fall for it as well, especially if we're not, expecting it.
It's abusable in Pokemon Puzzle League because the combo garbage falls
Oh,
before.
and he comes back with a 16. Very nice.
Very, very, very good. Looks like Shadow's gonna be able to finish strong here. It, the reason that is abusable in Pokemon Puzzle League is because the combo garbage falls before the chain garbage if you start your chain with the combo. Otherwise, the behavior is the same as in Tetris Attack, where by default all of the combo garbage falls afterwards. So it's a lot harder to abuse, but that behavior is still there, and it can still be abused. It's just a lot harder to pull off.
Yeah, that was a very nice 10 chain from Shadow there. He's definitely got Kamek topped off, so even with this clear, he hasn't done any... Oh, well, I spoke too soon on the chains, but...
Oh no, I hope he... Oh, he's not noticing! Oh, wow! Shadow looked to be completely oblivious to the state of Kamek's stack and just continued his sizable chain, but
no,
Kamek just ran out of time. As
That's really unfortunate. When you see that, you always just gotta stop what you're doing, immediately let your stuff fall as fast as it can, because if you keep chaining, you can miss that opportunity. And Shadow was very lucky in that position where Kamek ran out of stop time 1 or 2 frames before he was able to make that swap.
you have to be cognizant of your opponent's stack in this game. It's so hard to focus on what you're doing and what your opponent's doing at the same time, but you have to keep an eye on it so that you can take advantage of opportunities just like that.
And it is another another place where you can see the skill gap between more experienced players and less experienced players, is because you'll see moves like that where they won't seem to be aware of what's going on their opponent's side, because they're too busy focused on trying to do what they're doing. And I know I'm guilty of this. I'm definitely guilty of not looking at my opponent's stack as much as I need to.
See, boys and girls, it happens even to the best of us. All right. Hopefully this. Hopefully Bowser will find a way to kill himself really, really soon. I mean, it's just so hard to play catch up when you start falling behind on so many chains.
Especially on Bowser, because Bowser is known for relentlessly chaining and dropping extremely large blocks of garbage on you. So if Bowser gets a good chain off on you, fills up your screen, then you're extremely limited on space, and while you're clearing that, trying to get combos and chains, you're wasting a lot of time.
Let's bring in Shadow's game audio for this last match as he tries to wrap this up.
Hopefully there's not a lot of potty mouth going on. I know if I was in the position of 2-minute Bowser, I would be potty mouthing right now.
Does not appear to be engaged in a lot of talking if the mic is even on right now. So that's not too bad. But so much lag going on this side.
Yeah. And Bowser continues to chain here. Finally drops it.
This is the danger that this game makes you run into. Oh my goodness! Shadow almost killed himself there. He's gonna actually.
Uh-oh. Oof. That.
Oh no! He tried to reset the stage and accidentally selected new game. He's not gonna bother starting from a password, and he's just gonna take the forfeit.
Yeah, looks like it. Dang.
Well, that's kind of an unfortunate way to go, but Shadow will have another chance
I'll
to
just forfeit,
redeem
'cause,
himself
yeah,
in the loser's
that
bracket.
sucked.
So it looks like Shadow dropping down
I
into
already
loser's
lost
bracket.
anyway, so it doesn't matter.
He'll be playing the winner of cards versus the winner of either Technical or Dark Aries.
Man.
Which means he'll be playing
Okay.
either Technical or Dark Aries. Or Shady Jakey. I mean, I apologize.
Yes.
There's Shady
Yes.
Jakey down there as well.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what Forky is going to be doing with the losers bracket, because there may be 2 other players that may get inserted into the losers bracket. Some late entrants that were really enthusiastic about entering the tournament. Had they known about it, so I don't know what we're going to...
Versus the winner of either Technical or Dark Aries.
Whoever
And either Technical or Dark Aries.
So yeah, whoever loses Technical Dark Aries will face Shady Jakey, and then the winner of that match will take on Shadow. His next match.
It would help to know what I was talking about.
Yes, that'd be really weird, because the winner of Technical and Dark Aries would be facing me. Technical and Dark Aries will face Shady Jakey, and then... Alright, I'm hearing echo in my stream, so I will turn the audio back on, but... I will turn that back on.
So it looks like we still have a few rounds to go here. I don't know if they plan on doing theirs today.
Yeah. There's one. Yeah. I don't know if Aries and Technical have actually scheduled their match, but their match is left to do today. Edo Bean and Flagelstan is also left to do today. Montucky had a bye, so his match will not be due until next week, as will be my match. So we've still got a little bit of action left in this first round, and I should be around to cast it all if the players are interested in having their matches restreamed, which I have not seen any significant objections to that. So
Also, it looks like we have the players in our Discord right now.
Oh,
Indeed.
Yes. Speed.
I've been here, but whatever.
Yes. Welcome, Shadow. Good effort. Good effort on that one.
Good job, guys.
Not my best race, I'll be honest.
Well, you were very much fighting an uphill battle with FFRPro21 here. Congratulations on moving on to the next round.
Yeah, congrats. You definitely deserved that win.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be taking on the only Darkwing Duck in the next round?
Oh boy, that's gonna be toughy.
Oh yes, that's Darkwing Duck, a member of the Old Guard, a former world record holder in this category before Cypher took the record in 2010. And he's still somewhat up on his skills, and he's still very formidable. So I do not envy you for having to face him next.
Yeah, I actually got to see Cypher play against Blinzer on level 10, and Cypher won 3-1. No.
That's amazing, because for those of you who don't know, Blinzer might have the most APM of anyone in the whole community. The way he handles endless and time attack modes is just unbelievable. He always floors me every time he plays. And for Cypher to be able to beat him, even being so far removed from doing anything major with this game, is just simple. That's simply mind blowing to me.
Yeah, he's still got it for sure.
Oh geez, I might need to try and money match him at SGDQ if he's gonna go. He was at last SGDQ, so I don't see why he wouldn't be able to go. I may need to legit money match him.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing some friendlies with them.
But anyway, if there are no other matches going to be going on at this time, we will wrap it up here for now. For all of us at Puzzle General, thank you very, very much for watching these matches. And when Technical Dark Aries and Edelbean Flagelstan make their matches, I will try my hardest to bring those matches to you live. So until next time, everyone, thanks for watching.
Congrats, Thomas, and congrats.